That's right! Welcome to the side of the ring because it's time for Ringside. Got a bunch of news lined up for you, ladies and gentlemen, so without further ado, we're just gonna jump straight in! Not terribly surprising after what happened at Elimination Chamber, but Wrestling Observer reports WWE sources have confirmed AJ Styles vs. LA Knight and Logan Paul vs. Randy Orton for the WrestleMania XL card. I'm gonna be 100% honest with all of you here. I don't think these matches are main event, are WrestleMania level matches. And that's just me being honest. I think that you can do LA Knight and AJ Styles on like a regular show, like maybe after the pay-per-view, and then a Randy Orton LA Knight, a Randy Orton Logan Paul, that could be like a main event of some kind, you know, down the line on like a SmackDown or a Raw or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just my personal opinion. I just don't feel like both of these matches, you know, are going to be strong enough, I guess, to be put on a WrestleMania card. I think the strongest out of the two of them is LA Knight and AJ Styles, because they have the longest history with each other, you know, because, you know, their rivalry pretty much started all the way back when they were doing the Fatal 4-Way, and Logan Paul, Randy thing just kind of happened, you know, spur of the moment type deal, and again, it just doesn't seem like one of those, it just personally just doesn't seem like one of those rivalries that just like stretches. Like when I think of WrestleMania, I don't think of I don't know, you know, I don't know anything, but that's just my gut reaction to hearing that LA Knight and Logan Paul and all them are going to be on WrestleMania. Listen, no offense to the four competitors, okay? They can wrestle circles around me any day of the week on their bad days, on their worst days. I'm talking about the concept of the match being put on WrestleMania, just full stop. Nothing against Randy or Logan or anything like that. That's why I said I don't have a problem with the match itself. The match, the timing of the match just seems a little bit off. You could do that on like a SmackDown or something, like I said. And I mean, given Randy's current situation right now, I don't even know if that match is even going to happen still. You know? I mean, Randy could barely stand up. I mean, shouts out to him for getting the spot and everything, for going through the spot and all that. But like, you know, kind of weird to still be etching that in stone, and like we don't even know if Randy's going to be cleared or not. You know what I mean? I'm assuming that those are the ideas, because they can always change, right? So, I mean, so the big takeaways here, I don't know if these matches are really gonna, I mean, listen, again, they're gonna be great, but I don't know if they belong on WrestleMania, and hopefully the Logan Paul Randy Orton match actually ends up happening. Moving over to TNA. TNA management held a talent meeting after taping last weekend, and Fightful heard it did a good job motivating the roster after Scott D'Amore's firing. The general feeling was that no one wanted to abandon the work they've done to build a brand. One, quote, top name was looking to leave before the meeting, but is now planning to stick around based on what they heard. That's good. That's what you want to hear, right? Now, I don't know what they said, right? There's no guarantee that even what they said was genuine. They probably just said that, you know, just to quell the fires. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. It's just coming off the top of my head. I don't, like I said, I wasn't there, so I don't know if even what they said was genuine. But whatever they said, right, it worked. And I feel like the overall attitude and the feeling towards TNA has now softened a little bit, which is good, right? So hopefully, you know, this helps in the future, in the long run. Hopefully this means that, you know, this is one of the few, or one of the very last decisions like this that I really should say Anthem more specifically will make for the TNA brand, right? Not the greatest start, right, to their recent I don't know what to call it. Well, they just started owning the company, so it's not the greatest foot to start off on. So hopefully this is a step in the right direction, and you know, they're not going to make any more people upset with any of their decisions. Sticking with TNA, PW Insider says Alex Hammerstone has been in talks with TNA. The site can't confirm that a deal is signed, but the expectation is the former MLW World Champ will be back in TNA, quote, sooner than later. So we just finished up with MLW, right? Literally like last month in January. And then he wrestled actually for TNA on Hard to Kill, and now he is going to wrestle for them again on March 8th. I forget what it's for. It's like something Justice or something like that. Either way, he's wrestling for them again. They're talking, but so far nothing has been set in stone, which makes a whole lot of sense. I think it'd be a great get, right? I unfortunately don't know a whole lot about him, but I do know of him. I know him through word of mouth, and I know that he is a very significant athlete, you know, for the roster. So I know how important he is, and I thought that he originally wrestled for TNA, and I completely forgot. I brain farted on AEW. Or AEW. See? I forgot that MLW was a thing. So really, at the end of the day, there's not much to say because you just kind of have to wait and see what his decision is going to end up being for the foreseeable future. Finally, after indie announcer and interviewer Arcady Aura posted on social media that she'd been hired at AEW, Fightful confirmed the news. It's suspected Aura will help take some of the load off Renee Paquette and Lexi Nair, who currently handle most of the interviews for AEW and Ring of Honor shows. That's really good to hear. Shouts out to Lexi Nair and Renee Paquette. I think they've been doing great. I want to give a shout out to my boy, well, not my boy, but Jack's boy, Alex Marvez. I want to see more of him. I think he's also a great interviewer. Right up until I read that, I just noticed that it is literally just random. I mean, to be fair though, there's Kathy Kelly and then Kayla Braxton. So there's not that many interviewers around WWE either. But then again, like, how many interviewers do you need? You know, to like stand around and like ask a bunch of questions, right? But I feel like since you only have like two, like, well, no, because NXT has someone. Listen, I'm gonna be totally honest with you, okay? I don't know like half the interviews. I know they show their name up, but I'm more concerned about the promo that the wrestler's cutting. I do not look at the at the interviews. I'm just being 100% honest. So whatever load that they can take off for the two of them, and also Alex as well, then I'm perfectly fine with, right? So no complaints from me. What do we talk about? All right, so no offense to AJ Styles, Randy Orton, LA Knight, or Logan Paul. I just don't think that both of those matches belong on the WrestleMania card. I think you could do that on like a house show or SmackDown or Raw or an NXT. And it doesn't even have to be the first match. It could be a main event. You could put a stipulation in it. I think the matches will be great. I don't think it belong on WrestleMania. That's just me. So Julia will leave Stardom at the end of March when a contract expires per Tokyo Sports. Previous rumors have her heading to WWE later this year after helping former Stardom boss Rossi Ogawa launch his new promotion in Japan. We talked about that before, like literally that entire thing from start to finish. So just in case you forgot or just weren't aware, there you go. So there's really not much to say. There you go. She's leaving NJPW. No, she's leaving Stardom, which technically, anyway, leaving Stardom, helping Mr. Ogawa. And then she's going to WWE, and I was like, that's probably going to take a while, so I don't know if we're going to see her there, like, right away. Piper Niven injured her hand recently, according to Fightful Select. The severity of the injury hasn't been confirmed, but some in WWE fear she could have a fractured bone or bones. That sucks. She hasn't wrestled in quite some time. The last time she wrestled was on Main Event, and hopefully her hand is not that bad, and she makes a speedy recovery, and she's back sooner rather than later. TNA management held a talent meeting. I don't know what they said. Whatever they said, it worked. I'm a little bit upset that I don't want to say that. I don't know. There's something about this. What'd you say? What'd you tell him? Huh? Because everybody was so up in arms about this whole thing. Now all of a sudden you have a talent meeting and everybody's perfectly fine with it. So whatever you said, right? You took the words and you weaved them and whatnot. Listen, whatever, it worked. So it really doesn't matter, to be honest with you. Alex Hammerstone has been in talks with TNA. I don't know why I thought that he was with TNA. No, you know what it was? NWA. I thought he was with NWA. I think I'm getting them confused with a bunch of different people, to be totally honest with you. So I thought he was everywhere but MLW, so I apologize to MLW. We're gonna have to wait and see if he actually ends up signing with them. Indie announcer and interviewer Arcady, I called her RK. It's Arcady Aura, posted on social media. So shout out to her. Shout out to Renee and Lexi. Now they have a little bit of help. And also Alex Marvez, right? A little more to go around. So that's good. And indie wrestler Patrick Scott tweeted that he started work at WWE. Lord have mercy. Confirming a recent report from Cassidy Haynes of BodySlam.net that Scott was hired as a writer's assistant for SmackDown. Good job for him. He wrestled for DPW and he also wrestled for WWE way back when. And now he's got a job. Shouts out to him. Hopefully they keep him on forever and ever, folks. On that note, that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful tonight and a wonderful tomorrow. And as always, big hugs. Big hugs all around.